Well, day 14 ended up being quite a juicing challenge. I got up, had some juice, lollygagged around, and then I meditated. And after I meditated, Gary called and he asked me if I wanted to come down and help him plant his garden, which really means that I'll go down to the Dutchman store, it's the Amish and Mennonite store, pick out plants with him, which is a really nice drive, and then come back and help him plant. And I've really been looking forward to this. This is like I really wanted to do this. So I had some other stuff to do. I canceled that, cleared the decks. But I had to really fast juice a bunch of carrots because I had some other juice, fruit juice, in the fridge, and I knew if I combined the two, I'd have enough just to get by. So I was juicing these carrots like mad, and I wasn't going to clean the juicer, and I was just going to go. And then he called me and said, "Nope, we got another couple hours," because the ground was really hard, and he wasn't ready yet. So then I had time to juice tomato juice, which I really wanted to take with me because I'd like to take not only sweet juice but also savory. That I know that'll get me through. That'll get me through the day. If I really got stuck on the road and I just felt I needed something, I ran out of the fruit juice, I would stop into a quick stop and get a V8 as a last ditch resort, but I didn't have to do that, as it turned out. So I ran over to the grocery store. I got beautiful ripe tomatoes, a zucchini, some lemons, which I needed. Came home and just started juicing. I mean, this was like fast juicing, getting the green juicer out. Oh, that's right. I also knew I had more time and I wanted to juice up this kale, which really needed to be juiced. So I got my green juicer out. I got my lemon juicer. I had my Jack LaLanne carrot juicer, and they were all going full force. However, the green juicer, I hadn't cleaned it the last time I used it. It was just tucked away. I thought it was clean. No, it wasn't. So that was, just disgusting, and pulp everywhere, just because I still had to rush, So I did. I got it all juiced. Got it all. Got the one in the thermos, two thermos. One. I took one jar, one thermos. Ran down there. Well, he called me finally, and then I ran down there and put the juice in the fridge, and until we were ready to go. And then I took a thermos of tomato juice with me down to the Dutchman store, and we just had a wonderful time. I mean, it was just really fun. We picked out. He likes to cook salsa. We picked out tomatoes and jalapeno peppers, and it's just a really beautiful, fun store. They've got stuff for quilting and old grandfather clocks and all kinds of stuff for baking and canning, and there was a bag of carrots there. Gary pointed to him. It probably was a 50-pound bag of carrots, probably 4 feet tall, for $19.90. And I did have the thought before I started the fast, maybe you should go down to the Dutchman store and just, get carrots. And I'll have to add up how much more I spent buying them piecemeal at Walmart. But 50 pounds of carrots, I probably would have gone through them in 30 days. But halfway through, I just wasn't willing to deal with that many carrots. And they don't have to be refrigerated, apparently. Gary said you can keep them out. But it was just too much, it's really heavy. But for the next time I do a big long juice fast, I'm going to go there first and stock up on the carrots, and because their produce was very inexpensive. Like their lemons were beautiful. They were 39 cents a piece, which is cheaper than Walmart or my grocery store. Their produce it's high quality, organic. It's also organic, I think. I think it is. So we planted the peppers, the tomatoes. We watched a Bela Lugosi movie, and this and that. And then I came home and cleaned up. And I had enough juice for the whole day, as it turned out, and it went fine. But it was, it was, a struggle. Because the reality is, if you just get that call at the last minute, like to something you really want to do, and you are not prepared with your juice, you will fail. Like I say, the last option would be to, get some V8 at the Quick Stop, but didn't really, it's not really kosher. So, but I did it, and then I came back and I cleaned up the rest of it, and it was a good day. And the other thing is, day 14, it's really good to do things that take your mind off of it so that you're not thinking about it. Sitting around thinking about juicing is, it gets a little old. So anyway, so tomorrow will be the 15th day, which will be halfway through, and it's just hard to believe that I have another 15 days. I mean, this has been a real long slog. I have lost about 5 pounds, 6. How many pounds? Yeah, 6. So, double that, 12. And I think maybe the second half of the juice fast, I might lose another couple pounds extra because, the body will start, wondering what's going on. And maybe it'll use something that I'm carrying around. But I did feel really light in my clothes, and I am much lighter in my clothes. They're not tight anymore. I don't feel bloated, all that bad stuff. So when I was planting the vegetables, I felt really, for a 70-year-old woman, I felt pretty sprightly. That's all you can ask. So anyway, that's the wrap up for day 14 of my 30-day juice fast, June 2021. See y'all tomorrow.